Alright, good evening everyone. My name is Celeste Lacabra. Welcome back to the channel. So today, what I want to go ahead and do is outline my goals for 2024. I know that we're already a decent chunk of the way into 2024, but, before it was too late to the point of not making any sense, I wanted to go ahead and outline the future of this channel and the things I'd like to do, the projects I have planned, and everything of that nature. I probably titled the video something like the future of this channel in 2024, and to cut any suspense, the channel's not ending. This is just my public accountability to attempt to ramp up production, actually, and to outline for you all the things that I'd like to accomplish this year. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and say that the reason this video is already so late is because my struggles with mental health have been particularly potent and challenging to get through this year. And so I'm gonna go ahead and give myself a little bit of grace and say that these are not hard and fast deadlines or goals that I don't have the option to scale back on. Basically, I want to give myself a little bit of wiggle room and a little bit of grace because I have stacked my plate pretty high here, and I have a problem with being overambitious and overshooting what is realistic for me, and then I get angry with myself for not fulfilling those goals, and so this is my little disclaimer for you and for me so that I don't put myself in that position. But these are all the things that I would like to go ahead and get done in the year. So first of all, I had done a lot of debating as to whether or not I was going to continue this segment because it had taken up so much of my time and so much of my bandwidth, and I was wondering if there was not an opportunity cost here to do more lucrative things with my time, I guess, because the videos were not super popular for a while. But I'm going to continue doing the Vinegar Syndrome review segments every month. I guess I'm attempting to be the Daisuke Beppu of Vinegar Syndrome or something like that. I know that a lot of people get a lot out of these videos, and they're really fun for me to make. They keep me accountable to actually watch all the stuff I get in the mail, and I have renewed my subscription already, so I need to keep that accountability up. I had definitely let myself get to a place where I was so behind on these videos that I had to dedicate basically all of my time to catching up. I'm still a little bit in that position, especially with how monumental the November video is going to be, but I'm almost done with that one, and then I'm gonna try to bang through January, and then my February stuff just arrived in the mail today, so I'm currently 2 videos behind because I don't think you could reasonably expect me to have a video up the day I get the February stuff in, right? So I'm hoping to keep a current pace, get myself caught up, and then be at a a reasonable pace, right? Yeah, for a while I thought about discontinuing that segment just because it wasn't getting the, I hate to think like this, right? Because you want to do the things that you're passionate about. You want to do the things that you think matter. But at the end of the day, it is a reality when you're trying to grow and run a channel that, like, the videos that aren't as popular are not the ones that it makes sense to put the most amount of time into. But, I think we've turned a corner with that. And the last few that I've uploaded have been very successful. And so, I guess I would just say if you like this segment a lot, definitely keep it up. Like, make sure you watch the videos and like them and leave me lovely comments and everything. And if you know anybody who is really into Vinegar Syndrome and you think they would get some value out of these videos, feel free to share them. And they will continue. I'm at least committing to the rest of this year, and we'll see where it goes from there. Next, longer term viewers of this channel will know that I wasn't just a Vinegar Syndrome show for a while. That's sort of what it feels like I've become, but it's not the only thing I'm interested in, and it's not the only thing I want to do, right? For a little while, I was most known for my in-depth analysis reviews, where I would take a usually current, but not always current film, and actually just take the whole video to dive into that and really analyze its themes in like a pretty spoiler-heavy, like analytical review video. Some of the most popular videos on my channel fall under this category. I'm especially proud of the one I did for Skinamarink. The one on Dahmer is my most popular video right now. The Barbarian one I know a lot of people really like and found my channel through. And for a little while, I was on a pretty rapid clip of uploading those every week. I say a little while, it was probably under a month I actually kept that up. But I'd made it a goal of mine to have one of those up every week. That could be my fast track of sorts to growing the channel, because I know that those types of videos have a much wider audience than the niche kind of physical media reviews and stuff that I've kind of started dedicating all my time to. And it was going well until I started working on a video reviewing The Whale, the Darren Aronofsky film, and I had such complicated feelings about it, and I felt a little bit out of my depth talking about issues that I know don't directly affect me, and it was a struggle for me to finish that script and get it to a point where I was proud of it. And then in the middle of working on that video, I was told that I was let go from my job, and that just kind of really, you know, threw a wrench in my stability, my whole life really, and especially my self-confidence. You know, not to get too personal into like my professional life or something, but like it wasn't like it wasn't performance based. It was not like they told me you suck, get out or something. It was just like a downsizing thing, right? Which it happens. But then I was unemployed for a little while, and you know, I'm working again now. It's fine. Doing a job that doesn't pay me as much, I will say, but I am fine. But in that time, I was really motivated for a while to spend that time to make content, like all that free time that I had. But in actuality, I was just horribly depressed and unmotivated, and my self-esteem was in the gutter because I was unemployed and I had been let go and all these other things. And I guess that timing, coupled with the fact that I had really struggled to complete that whale script and get that whale video up, I really took a hit to my self-confidence and my ability to make these videos. And then at a certain point, it got so long that I had gone without making one that it felt like the one that I returned with had to be a big deal, right? I couldn't just put up like an average video or just like one that I didn't feel was worthy of the reputation that they had built up. And I know that that's not productive, and I need to just get myself to a point where I'm just doing it again. Now, once a week, especially with everything else I have going on, is too ambitious. I can't do that, at least for now. Maybe that can be a goal in the future. But you know, until the day that I can make this my job, which who knows if that day will even come, right? I have to be realistic about the amount of time and energy that I can put into this, because I do still have a full-time job, which takes up the lion's share of that energy, right? And time. That sob story aside is really just contextualizing why those videos have been missing for so long, because I know people really like them, and I know that they were a really popular, I guess, segment or form of content on this channel, and I know that people have been asking for it to come back, and you know, I feel really guilty that I haven't been able to do that yet, but this is my public accountability to say that they are in fact coming back, and I plan to have at least one up per month. Now we're already at the end of February. Maybe I can get it up in time for the end of February, this next one. But if not, you know, that'll be 2 months out, and you can expect 10 of those videos this year, at least, right? That's what I'm hoping. Again, I'm already walking back my disclaimer at the beginning that I need to be gentle and kind with myself and allow myself the grace to not meet these goals, but I would really like to have this one in particular done. The next film the next video that'll be up, the next film that I'm working on analyzing is The Zone of Interest, the new Jonathan Glazer film. I've got a script going for that. I'm gonna rewatch it and really take my time with this one, I think, because the themes in it are so important. I want to make sure that I'm getting this stuff right and doing it justice. You know, maybe it won't be the next one. Maybe I'll see an easier one that I can bang out quickly in between, but that's the one I'm working on now, and that's the one I have planned to get up next. Next, the audit videos are going to continue. I really enjoy them. They keep me accountable for my spending because I'm broke all the time and I need it so that I don't just fall into retail therapy and like pushing through my anxiety and depression and all this other stuff by shopping to get that cheap, well, not cheap, but you know what I mean, kind of junk food dopamine rush or dopamine hit. It's just really easy to let the shopping get out of control, and these videos help me a lot in keeping that in check. So those will continue. Avery's really busy these days, so it's harder to get the time to shoot together all the time. Lately, what we've been doing is like shooting 2 months worth back to back, and then they're just up whenever I get them edited. I don't know, I feel like if you're an actual like regular viewer of this channel, you know that my upload schedule doesn't make any sense, and that I'll be uploading videos that are timely for November and fucking February and what have you, and people don't seem to mind that much, even though it does get to me sometimes, but that's just kind of how it is with the pace that I'm able to put these videos out, right? But regardless, whether or not they actually come out in the month that they are for, the audit videos per month will continue. Next, this is the big one, I think. I am planning on doing regular live streams on my own channel this coming year, or in 2024. Really the only time I stream is on Ryan Disconnected's channel, and then through StreamYard, I'm able to stream it to my channel too, and that's a really nice thing that he lets me do. That helps me get some content out when I'm in my lulls, and you know, it's easier for me to commit to making content when I'm accountable to another person. Really, I'm trying to get my streaming setup good to go, and I've really been dragging my feet on that, but I think this video will help me just kick it into high gear and actually make that happen. It'll be a little different. A lot of people in this community use StreamYard. I'm not planning on doing that. I'm gonna try to get this set up through OBS and everything so I can do this in a way that doesn't cost me money, because the StreamYard subscription plans that don't have the duck in the corner and all that are a little expensive, and I know that I can do the things I want to do through OBS. It's just a matter of making it happen, right? And I already use OBS to shoot all my pre-recorded content, so I'm confident that I can do it. I just need to finally get it together. I'm hoping to have my first live stream. It's not my first live stream ever. I used to do these, and please don't go watch those because they're really bad, but I'm hoping to have my my return to live streaming happen sometime in March. That's the timeline I'm going to give myself. I'm hoping to do them every other week, so a bi-weekly schedule. I'm really only trying to do about 90 minutes, nothing crazy, you know, maybe 2 hours. I'm not trying to go for 4 hours every week or something like that. You know, again, once we get more comfortable and once I get settled into that rhythm, maybe we can look into doing it once a week. But for right now, I'd like to do every other week. I haven't decided what day I want to do them. I feel Friday is what makes sense, is what would be good. But if anybody has like any preferences or any good argument as to why I should do one day over another, the only day I'm not going to do is Thursday because that's when Reconnected is, and I don't want to be stepping on any toes or have any conflict if I want to guest again, which I'm sure I will. So yeah, I'm thinking Friday, just a nice kind of way to round out the work week for me, is just do it Friday evening. I'm definitely thinking around 8 p.m. Eastern time as the time for streaming. Yeah, I'm currently looking for ideas for what you guys would like to see me cover during live streams. I have some segments planned out right now, but if you guys have anything you would want to see in a live stream, I'm sure that this will sort of evolve organically, but please, in the comments, let me know if you have anything that's like, oh, that would be a great thing to do for a live stream. That would be a great topic or, you know, segment or what have you. Right now, I'm definitely going to spend the first few streams catching up on my Letterboxd recaps. That's a segment I used to do once a month, just going over everything I watched during the month. And so just to get my feet wet, just to kind of get comfortable with the format and just to have a reliable source of content to talk about, I'm going to try to get myself caught up from the last Letterboxd update I did, which I don't even know when that is. It might be a year's worth of films we have to talk about at this point. But just for posterity, we'll get caught up, right? And that'll be the thing. I'm also going to be collecting like news articles and stuff that I want to talk about to react to on stream. I haven't really made the commitment to do like full political segments yet because I don't think I want anything to do with that segment of the internet or the people who hate people like me in that section of the internet. I'm not sure that I'm ready for that, but knowing me, I can't keep my mouth shut, and I'm probably going to talk some kind of like politics or social commentary or something at some point in these streams. Even if it's not its own dedicated segment, you know how I am and it's gonna come up, right? I'm thinking about doing the audits live. That way, just to make it easier on me, I don't have to edit this segment, and it can be a more reliable thing that is up every month. We'll see. We're still in the air about that, but you know, as I can, I'd like to shift some of my pre-recorded content to being live, just to ease the burden of editing off of myself a little bit and make sure that the content is up in a more timely fashion for you all. You know, we could also start off the streams with like what I've picked up recently, and I can kind of go through it for you all, and we can discuss things we've picked up. I could also do more like independent or solo like Blu-ray reviews. It's not something I'm really interested in like making a feature of my channel, like to actually just sit down and review random Blu-ray releases as they come out. I kind of want to keep it to just the Vinegar Syndrome segment. But if there's something that's out and I really liked it and I'd like to talk about it, we can do little reviews there. And then maybe once a month or every other stream or something, what I would like to do is at the end of the public stream, shoot out a link for a private stream on my Patreon page that can be like a kind of extended after party for patrons only. So, you know, of course, make sure you sign up there if you're interested in partaking in that. I thought this was going to be a shorter video, but I'm seeing the runtime, and of course it's not. I'm incapable of making a shorter video. So the next one is pretty big. I want to announce this now. You know, I've talked it over with him, and we're good to go on this, and it is official. So in Q2 of 2024, sometime in probably April, we're going to be launching the inaugural episode of a new online university-style course with Dr. Will Dotson on cult and exploitation cinema. Basically, the idea here was I heard him talk about how he is, in fact, a professor, and he gets to teach classes on cult and exploitation cinema in his college classes, and he also does courses on like film noir and all this other stuff. And I remember just thinking, wow, I wish I could take that class. And I had the idea and I brought it to him and he was down for it, so we're gonna start doing it. Basically, the idea is to just have like our own little great courses style segment here on YouTube. Yeah, I'm gonna be shooting for 1 episode a month, and that inaugural episode is going to have the course syllabus and go into more detail about what that's going to entail. But yeah, I'm really excited about this new collaborative project, and I think it'll be really valuable for people. And, you know, that interview I did with Brad, I think went really well, and I think that people got a lot out of it, and I think we took the conversation to places that other places don't, and I think there was something special about it. And so I'd like to continue that and create a more academic and educational space on this channel to really do deep dives into the historical aspects of these things that I'm not as privy to, because analysis is my specialty, but when it comes to just like the hardcore, like nitty-gritty historical knowledge, it's not something I'm as well versed in. And so I'm really excited to get experts on here to help guide us through all that stuff. So there's that. Next, probably in Q2, Q3-ish, second half of the year, Avery and I are going to be starting a podcast. It's going to be called The Shelf by the Cemetery. And essentially what it is going to be, it's sort of resurrecting an old segment on this channel from the dead. I used to do something called Cinema Sepulchre, where I would watch an unwatched film from my Blu-ray collection and then review it. I did this very early in my YouTube career, and I think it was a bit silly of me to expect people to watch a video where I just cover 3 random films from my collection. Not exactly the most click-friendly segment I've ever done in my life, but yeah, it wasn't super successful, and so I stopped it, but I've not wanted to abandon that idea entirely. So yeah, we're gonna go for once a month for now, and we will be starting our own Patreon for that, so there will be bonus episodes. You'll get to hear the practice episodes that we do on that Patreon feed. Yeah, I think it's gonna be really fun. That one, I'm giving myself a little bit more time because I have to upgrade some equipment and learn a new editing software and stuff, but yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Avery's working on the artwork now, and I think it's gonna be really exciting, so stay tuned for that. And then there's going to continue to be 3 patron exclusive videos on this channel per month. So if you'd like to support all this work I've just signed up to do, if this sort of thing is valuable for you, or you know, if you want to help me in my pipe dream goal of like making this my job, please go to the description and sign up there. And you know, the people who are already there, I appreciate you so much. Like, you guys genuinely like help me month to month make ends meet and justify the amount of work I put into this. Of course, like, I would be doing this for free. I was doing this for free for a long time, and like, I do this because I love it, but you know, it feels good to be like rewarded in that way for the work that I do. And if you find it valuable, again, link in the description. There's all sorts of benefits, and there's going to be more with the new content out. And that'll be more obvious, or that'll be more specific and more delineated as the year goes on, as these segments come out. Speaking of things I would need a good amount of support on Patreon to do, this is extremely flexible as a goal. I'm just putting it out there, I guess. I'm gonna look into hiring an editor. Right now I can't afford to do that, but at some point during the year, there is going to come a point where I need someone to help me with this editing so that I can get this content up in time and that I can get it up looking better. Because I know that I'm an okay editor, but I also know that I'm not that great, right? I'm not, it's not something I have expertise in or I'm particularly great at. Like, I think that the editing on this channel is sufficient, but I think it could be better and it could help me grow, right? Primarily, what I want to do right now is kind of outsource my short form content, because I'm just so... that type of content is genuinely just like anathema to me. And, you know, I say I don't know why as I look at the runtime on this video, but I don't know, I'm a long-winded person. I like long-form content, right? But I know that there needs to be a balance to grow a channel. And so, you know, I do little TikTok videos, but I hate editing them. I hate doing them. It would be so much easier if I could just shoot it and then send it on its way and then it could be done. Or if somebody was able to pull clips from my existing videos to kind of make promotional little short form content or whatever. I don't have any interest in doing that myself, or any passion for it, or really the skills to know how to do it right. like short form content and social media are things that I'm just not particularly good at, and they're things that you need to grow ventures like this, right? So I don't know. I guess if you are yourself a video editor, hit me up and we can discuss rates. I will not let you do it for free. Like, I want to pay you for this, of course, and I want to pay you something that's fair. So, you know, if it's not something that I can afford right now, then I just can't afford a video editor right now, and that's okay. But I want to just put that out there and make that a goal to work towards and just see what we can do with that, right? Next, I finally got myself a PO box. Like, enough people have asked to send me something at this point, which is so kind, thank you all, that I wanted to go ahead and do it. But also these monthly postcards that I send out for patrons at the top level, some of them never arrived. And people are just kind of like, what happened to my postcard? And, you know, if it just got lost in the mail, that's how it is. It gets lost in the mail. But if it was undeliverable for some reason, or if there was something wrong with the card or something, I wanted to have a return address I could put on those so that they could at least be sent back to me and I could try again and figure out what went wrong. But, you know, I think for reasons that are understandable, I didn't want to have my personal address sent out to, like, tons of people or whatever. So that's going to be my solution for both of those things. It's going to be right here. I'm going to put it on the screen, and then it's also going to be in the description of all my videos going forward. So if you want to send me something, like, and of course you don't have to, but there is that avenue to do so now. Another goal, I don't know how realistic this is. I think I just want to put it out there into the ether, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I would love to be featured on a disc release. Somebody actually left me a comment recently saying that they can't wait for when they can vote for me at the Shelf Shock Rewind Awards for Best Video Essay or Written Essay, and that really meant a lot to me because that is a goal I have for this year, is to produce, probably it would be a video essay, maybe an audio commentary, I don't know, for a disc release. So I don't know, if anybody listening likes the content that I do and thinks that it would be valuable for your release, feel free to hit me up and we'll make it happen. Okay, that's it for my long-term 2024 goals. Now in terms of the short-term, for the next month or so, this is the content that you can expect. I'm still working on that November video for Vinegar Syndrome. It'll be up, and then hopefully the January one shortly thereafter. The January and February audits will be up. I'm going to do a video going through my top 10 Vinegar Syndrome releases of 2023, because I did watch all of them, so I thought it might be fun or useful to just put out a handy top 10, but I didn't want to do it until I was done going through all the features on every release, and I'm not quite there yet with November. So next, I meant to do this for 2022, but I never did. I'd like to just run through my top 50 first-time watches of the year. Trying to come up with more little, like, list type videos that I can do, because I know that those are fun to watch and they do well and they're fun to make, right? So, but a lot of like list type videos, for whatever reason, I have a hard time making because they feel so definitive. Like making an all-time best anything is really hard for me, but confining it to a year and just doing the top 50 that I watch within that year at the time of the recording of the video, I think I can do that. So that'll be that. And there will be an updated complete collection video. That video that I have up has done very well, and I do intend on updating it. I'd like to make that a yearly thing, but I'm kind of in the process of really revamping my collection and how it's organized in a way that I don't want to make the video until it's ready. So I'm getting to the end of that, and then I'll be shooting that video. So you can expect that, and that's that. Yeah, if you liked this, not exactly a typical video, but whatever. If you enjoyed it and you want to see more of it, you can go ahead and click the subscribe button, comment on the video, like the video, share it with a friend. If you want to support this venture monetarily, there are links in the description for my Patreon channel membership program, Amazon wishlist, and my PO box. And that's it. Here's to a productive and degeneracy-filled 2024. And remember that Satan loves all of their children. Bye. I'd like to take a moment to thank our newest patron, Aaron West. I'd also like to thank our accomplices, Anthony Listro, The Boogeyman's Closet, Carlin Cook, Deanna Vave, The Disconnected, Dustin Putman, George Strang, Julie Humphris, Nosferatu1334, Peppa Crab, and Sasha Bobashasaurus. If you'd like to be counted amongst their ranks, the link is in the description.